3:22. I had a yarn with John Paul Langbrook yesterday about this issue of electricity, and I didn't get the sense that he had a lot of mongrel in him, that he was going to fight him and take it up to Stephen Robertson and let us know who we have to complain to get our electricity bills reduced. So I don't know if this is opposition leader in waiting. David Gibson, a very impressive young fellow, member for Gympie. Hello, David.
G'day, mate. Don't do that to me.
The Smithy kiss of death, eh?
Yeah, it is. Can I say this, though?
Yeah.
In JP's defence and in my defence, what you want is you want a boss who's at the top, who can take the fight forward, but you want him to be surrounded by some good people who can really arc up when they need to, and that's my role at the moment, and that's the one I'm happy to have.
You are a very good man, David Gibson, the master. Now, arc up, old son. What should we say to Stephen Robertson?
Oh, look, first and foremost, the way Labor operate is that, and Smithy, well, I've got to say thanks to 4BC, because you guys are one of the few that are out there actually questioning. Labor just put the spin out there, right? They say, oh yeah, don't worry, no one will, you'll all get a discount, electricity will be cheaper, blah, blah, blah. And then they just hope that the people of Queensland will forget.
Oh, too right. Well said.
And they do, and it just shits me because, they go, 100,000 jobs, and we've gone backwards.
We've forgotten about that.
Oh, mate. Don't ever forget about it. I mean, and look, it's not just this Labor government, mate. When I was a kid, and I grew up in pretty ordinary circumstances, when I was a kid, I remember Bob Hawke saying, no child will live in poverty. Now, my parents are deaf, so not a lot of money, they were on the pension, stuff like that. You grew up
with your deaf parents?
Yeah, deaf parents, both of them.
How'd you communicate?
Sign language.
So you sign as fluently as you speak?
Mate, I sign better than I speak.
So that would be fascinating. So as a young man at home, you grew up, like as a young child I should say, you grew up thinking that the way most people communicate is through sign? I realised people didn't communicate through sign. I knew that, it was different, what I was doing was different, but I always say to people, for me, English is my second language. Wow.
Spoken English is my second language. Because I used to sit in front of the, with deaf parents, I'd sit in front of the TV set, literally just off to the side of the TV set, and I would sign what was happening on the news, because Mum and Dad want to know what's happening on the news, and I'd be going for, the problem is there's always a bit of lag. Yeah, so I'd be there sort of saying, oh yeah, today, there was a motor vehicle accident, rah, 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 but the image had moved on to something else, and Mum would go, no, that, and I'd go, oh, I've got to sign faster, So English, to me, spoken English, is my second language. Sign language is my first.
Fascinating stuff.
But to come back to the point, what I was saying is, pretty ordinary circumstances growing up. Loved it, but nothing flash. Yep. But when Bob Hawke said, "No child shall live in poverty," I thought, you beauty. This is good news. And it's what Labor does. They make these big statements out there that are so huge and so ridiculous that we almost don't challenge them.
Yeah.
We almost sit back and go, oh, of course electricity will get cheaper. Well, mate, show me anywhere over time when electricity has got cheaper. It doesn't.
Who do we get to let them know we're deadly serious about this? Or the electricity bill down? What do we do?
And this is grassroots politics 101.
Yes.
That I really reckon we go. Stephen Robertson, is an arrogant individual. I haven't got much time for him at all. I get to see him in the Parliament, don't like him. Nothing secret there.
Yep.
I reckon you could bombard his office with emails, with letters, and he would just shrug his shoulders and go, you know what, I don't care. I didn't care in the beginning, I'm not about to take up caring now. So my advice would be, get onto the local members, the backbenchers, the Labor guys who are on a margin of less than 5%, and, hopefully won't be in the Parliament the next time because we'll be in government, but if they are, make them work for their money. Get them bashing on Robbo's door and saying to him, hey, I'm going to lose my seat if you guys don't fix this. Let's get something happening. Rather than Robertson just sitting back going, well, you know what? You were stupid enough to vote for us. We got through, so we're going to hold on to it, and there's nothing you can do about it for 2.5 years.
Here's an arrogant unit, mate. I've had my run-ins with Stephen Robertson.
Oh, mate, I get to see him in the Parliament, and I mean, there are people across the chamber that, mate, I would take out, have a beer with, and have a good time with. There are others across the chamber that you just look at them and go, you know what? You're not even a nice person.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, he falls into that category, in my opinion.
David, I've just been handed a note. I was in the bathroom when the news was on at 3 o'clock. I've just been handed a note The Premier of Queensland has just said that she is not going to give up on the idea that Australia will have an emissions trading scheme. She says it's possible for Queensland to go it alone. She says it's a sad day for the country. If there's continued failure at a national level, it's possible for the states to join together and develop a scheme that will contribute to this battle against climate change. She says she'd consider having her own emissions trading scheme.
Mate, how arrogant is this Premier?
Give me a break.
Honestly, if she... Look, bring on the fight is what I say. If she wants to go down that path, then we'll fight it in Queensland just as well. Because... And this is the thing. This is the thing that just really irks me. The fact of the matter is, the environment, you know, our drinking water, our air quality, those day-to-day things that we rely upon are not going to benefit from an emissions trading scheme. If Labor want to have an environmental tax and put the money back into the environment, that's a policy position they can have, but let's be honest about it. And let's say, okay, hey, look, you know, we've got some problems in the environment, we need to take some money off you, but we're going to put that money directly back into fixing those problems in the environment.
State-based emissions trading scheme. Heaven help us. David Gibson, Opposition Leader in Waiting, thank you very much.
Smithy, don't do it to me. I'll talk to you soon, mate.
Ta-da.
Okay.
He's a very impressive man. David Gibson takes the fight up, which is what we need. Now, we will get addresses, email addresses for your local member on our website. It'll be the 4bc.com.au. Go to Drive. You'll have the email address for your local member. Let them know you're not real keen on a 9% rise in electricity prices when the money flows straight back to the Queensland government. Let them know how you feel. I certainly will be. I'm crook about it. Very, very crook about it. So we'll get that up. People Power works. You've seen it work in Canberra. The ETS got rolled on it. It's nearly 3:30. Just about time for the news headlines. Matthew Watson's in the newsroom.